So in the society we live in, when it comes to the healthcare system, our governments don't do a lot of awareness. So they said knowledge is power. First off, is still that awareness. Hi everyone, my name is Ihionu Sydney and I'm live here today on BellaNaija. And we're here to talk about the movie When Love Returns by Boli, HPV, and cervical cancer.
Hi, Sydney.
Hello.
How are you feeling right now in 2 words?
In 2 words, weirdly amazing.
Weirdly amazing.
Yeah.
Interesting. So I watched When Love Returns. I enjoyed the movie and I also enjoyed the role you played as a supportive friend,
Okay.
and all of that. Tell us, what was your fun experience, your most interesting experience working on the set of When Love Returns?
Well, when working on the set like that, I think there are a lot of things that might go on, but I think the highlight of it was the scene where Mr. Folabi owned the fact that he swapped the baby. To be honest, deep down, I wanted to stone in my shoe, to be fair. But the set as a whole was more educating, very, very educating and quite fun. So basically the crew, everything. But that moment was actually funny because when we had cut, everyone started laughing. So I think it was the highlight of it.
Interesting. So I'm assuming you've watched the movie.
Yeah, I did. I did.
Of course. So what was your favorite scene?
Yeah. That one where Dapper repelled Ekam when they were almost going to kiss, and then he just blew it out and literally cursed her down and told her to, in a polite way, get out.
You think that was polite? I thought it was a little bit harsh.
Yeah, it was harsh, but judging from the script, she deserved it. She really deserved it. As much as it wasn't her fault, though, but yeah.
Oh well, eventually love returned. So all's well that ends well, right?
Yeah.
So the When Love Returns movie is to shed light on cervical cancer and HPV. Why do you think movies like this are, very important in our society?
So in the society we live in, when it comes to the healthcare system, our governments don't do a lot of awareness. So I think it's left for us to take it on ourselves in moments like this and opportunities like this, platforms like this to actually share this knowledge, and especially in the medical sector, because a lot of Nigerians are living in ignorance about a lot of things, this inclusive. So movies like this are very necessary in our society today to actually spread that awareness. So it was very productive and educating shooting in that kind of movie with the crew and the script and everything, because I had to literally do a background research on it when I got the script to just know exactly what my role entails and all. So yeah, it's very necessary.
Yeah, and I quite agree with you on the ignorant side of things. A lot of people don't know about HPV and cervical cancer.
True.
Talking about ignorance or not knowing, did you know about HPV before shooting the movie?
Yes, I do. Or I did know about it. Thing is, I've got a good number of family who are into the medical area. So want to rub in of professional knowledge in quotes would actually, open your mind to things like this. So I was aware, but I would admit I had some shortcomings. I was amongst the many men who did not necessarily believe it was a huge deal for guys. I thought it was more like a women thing. But after I did the background research, I realized that, okay, guys could actually get it too.
Funny, because you seem to have answered my next question, which is, did working on this film change how you think about HPV and cervical cancer?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I've always known that, okay, guys could. Take for instance now, let me deviate a bit. There are some STDs, I stand to be corrected though, it's not my sector, but based on research I did. There are some STDs or some other viruses that not necessarily, well, let's use the word dominant in the male figure, but there will be carriers and transfer it to the women, but they don't know they're carriers because they're not symptoms and they're perfectly okay. So I was thinking this was one of them. So after I got the script and did a background search, I realized that, okay, guys, it could actually manifest in guys.
Okay, let me put you on the spot right now. Have you done your HPV test?
And now I haven't.
Okay, so now that you've, you were part of When Love Returns. You've read about HPV and cervical cancer and stuff.
Okay.
What's the one thing you would do differently now?
Spread awareness, to be fair. Spread awareness, because the sexuality begins at home. Societal influence is a thing, environmental influence is a thing. As much as we don't know the power it holds here in Nigeria, but it's actually a thing. So if we could start creating it from the foundational basis, from the face-to-face societal interactions, I think that would really help. So if I'm to make one thing different, I think that's what I would do. So basically, with female figures around, elderly, younger, everything, you just try to bring it to light for them to be aware of it and probably try to get vaccinated too.
So moving on,
Yeah.
you're at a party and someone asks what HPV stands for. Do you, one, pretend you did not hear them, Google it secretly? I'm assuming you are not going to do this. Or you're going to channel your inner Bola and educate them.
It depends on my mood. Well, look at it in literal sense, right? I'm at a party, I'm there to have fun, right? And there's time for everything. I'm not going to, especially if I'm on a date and I said to take my date to a party, at the time, I'm not going to leave my date and start to educate someone. I could probably give you a 30 seconds to 1 minute speech of, okay, this, go and Google it. But if I'm there and I don't mind and, it's just calm energy, I think I would actually channel my inner Bola and educate you properly to the best of my knowledge, at least to the extent of which I know it now or any subsequent research I might do.
As part of spreading awareness, of course.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so when I watched When Love Returns, one of the things I enjoyed about the movie is the bromance between Bola and Uzo. He told you everything, basically.
Yeah.
You were there with him from the beginning when his partner was trying to come back. You were there with him when he was trying to look for his nieces, who eventually turned out to be his daughters, original or biological parents, right? But in today's world, men don't seem too comfortable talking to each other about health, particularly where HPV and women's health issues are concerned. How comfortable do you think young men are talking about issues like HPV and cervical cancer?
Okay, I would answer this question based on my experience, right? So, we come from a society where when guys tend to speak about some things, there's a stigma of them being the weaker vessel, in quotes. That includes our health. So it's very hard for guys to be in a space and start to speak about things like that, because a lot of guys believe their relationships are cruise and vibes and all that stuff. But I think it's something that we need to change, because I would say that we're not really comfortable having conversations like that. Usually what changes is when it hits close to home. So when you get directly affected, or one way or the other, you were share affected, right? That way you might decide to pick up your phone and call your friends and tell them, oh, see, this is what happened to my sister, to my mom, to my friend. You guys should go and check it out with your family and all that. But prior to that, as long as it hasn't hit you, I don't think guys will be in that space to actually have that conversation. So usually it's something that we don't necessarily discuss, probably because there are more important things to discuss. But shedding more light on this now, I think it should be as important as any other thing. So I feel that the comfortability is not there, but it's definitely something we could work on.
And I agree with you, but how can we change that? How can we ensure we build, I don't want to say society, but a space where men are comfortable, one, talking about issues like HPV, but also where men are concerned about what they think are women's issues, right? We know that cervical cancer is mainly a woman's issue, but how can we get the men talking about issues like this as well?
Well, they said knowledge is power, right? So first off, it's still that awareness that I spoke about earlier on. So getting us in that comfortable space to speak about it is just through the awareness, to be honest. For instance, now I can decide to set up, on a very literal sense, create a group chat, for instance, basic stuff, right? Tell a few of my friends who are actually interested in going on that journey with me and tell them, see, I want to do this. I want to create awareness on the street and all that stuff. So if we could actually start from there, I think it's going to help go a long way.
And I agree with you. So if your character could give Uzo one piece of advice about protecting his daughter or his niece from what happened to her mother, what would the advice be?
First thing, get vaccinated. That's the first thing, literally. And since it's still in primary school, based on the script, try to create awareness in the school. Because at that age, the character portrayed to make researches for her presentation at that age. So it feels like she's already inclined to an extent to actually, have conversations like that with her classmates. But the question is, are her classmates actually inclined to absorb that kind of information or probably to buy the idea? So if I'm to advise Uzo, I will tell him get her vaccinated first, then start with her school and try to spread the awareness there. Inform parents. You could attend PTA meetings, discuss with the teachers, the other parents when you meet them in school. Based on you got affected directly. So I think he should be in that position to actually help, spread the gospel and let them know that this is something that everyone needs to do, regardless of your age.
Let's shift from the men a little and go into Nollywood. I mean, you are in Nollywood, you're an actor, right?
Okay.
And we know the power of storytelling when it comes to raising awareness and spreading information. So what can we do in terms of, say, movies? What can Nollywood do to ensure that information like this are spread and disseminated to, let's say, almost every part of Nigeria?
The best way is through what we're projecting out there, which is through the movie. But the down part of it now is that you don't expect every movie to be about cervical cancer and HPV, right? But one of the easiest way to do it is that we have an AGN, I think Actors Guild or Guild of Nigeria, stand to be corrected on that though. That would actually be a really good start for them to start creating the awareness. But one way, using our social media platforms, once in a while post about it. Everybody has a brand they represent, so you can't expect everyone on a daily basis to make posts or awareness like that on their page, because everyone is busy with one brand and the other, trying to promote one thing or the other. Sometimes personal, sometimes brand, sometimes professional settings and all. But it's something that we need to actually use the power of social media to spread, especially if you actually have a good audience on the social platforms. You can speak about it once in a while, when in your own convenient time, when you feel like you don't have much on your plate. And I think it's actually going to go a long way, knowing the power of social media, and literally you could view it any part of the world. So that's definitely going to help in the long run.
And I totally agree with you. Let's step away from HPV and cervical cancer for a minute,
Okay.
and let's talk about Sydney.
Okay, go on.
Okay, so you are a popular face in Nollywood. I told you people were excited that we are going to have you on our set today, right? And I'm just really curious about, your Nollywood journey. Probably you just want to touch on that a little bit.
Well, the first movie I officially featured in was in 2015. Yeah, but I took a break to focus on my career. So I took a break for a long time because my career is quite demanding.
Tell us about your career. What career?
Oh, I'm a lawyer.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's quite demanding. I had to take a break from it and focus on, that. So when I got what I wanted, I decided to be on the basis of, okay, making barriers in a way back into the industry. So it's more like in and out, but it has been nothing short of challenges, actually. Well, the break I took was not 100% break per se, but I was limited to a lot of things because of time. Aside that, I think it's not been an easy journey. There have been lots of challenges, which is expected, obviously. But I think so far, so good. I mean, I'm here. There's still a longest way to go. We'll get there, I believe. I believe we'll get there, but so far, so good.
Sounds like an interesting journey. So are you still like in and out, or you're fully in now?
I cannot give a definite answer to that right now, but let's see how it goes. Time will tell.
Okay, so is there anything cooking from Sydney? Anything we should look forward to?
Just keep watching them on your Bully TV. There are lots of things in the pipeline, so
okay,
just keep watching.
Okay,
And subscribe, yes.
And subscribe as well. Also, we're coming to the end of this interview, but
Okay.
before I let you go, I want you to channel your inner baller right now. I want you to get into character.
Okay.
Right? And one, you are going to encourage women, to get tested, do their pap smears, as well as men. Men will not do pap smears, of course, but
Okay.
encourage them to, do their HPV test as well. And I want you to encourage them to go watch When Love Returns. tell them why they should watch it as well.
Okay, so you watching this. Firstly, HPV is not gender-based. It is something that affects both the male figure and the female figure. Do not come from the angle and thinking that, okay, it's more of a women thing than a men thing. No, it affects both parties, right? So while taking your child to school, both to the fathers and mothers, while speaking to your younger cousins, your daughters, it is necessary that you take every female figure in your household out of your household, if your capability permits you to do that, to actually get them vaccinated. Right, and it's very necessary for you to actually make researches on this, because the vaccination is the first step, right? Then ask yourself, how could you actually help the society? How could you actually help spread the gospel of everyone to be self-aware of this? And if you want to get the fun part of it and get educated in the relaxation of your home, just go and watch When Love Returns. It sheds a little light, not everything obviously, but it sheds a little light, at least the foundational basis of what it's about. And when you do that, probably you'll be more inclined to actually go online to search about it and then get vaccinated. But just keep watching.
Thank you. I also wanted to hammer on the fact that it's a love movie. People love love, right?
Okay. Well, love is good. Sometimes it can be painful. So if you're a lover for love, or you're a sucker, whichever one you are, honestly, if you like the down part. Some people are attracted to the toxicity of the heartbreak, and then the love comes back and all. So if you actually love all those drama of, oh, you didn't think it was going to work out, at the end of the day they came back and it was happily there ever after, just go and watch it. If you love love, if you want to love and get all those butterflies, well, I don't feel it though, but a lot of people say they do. So if you want to actually feel that, I'd say you should go ahead and watch it. Yeah, you would definitely love it.
Thank you very much, Sydney. And we've come to the end of this interview.
Hello there, still Sydney here. So do your pap smears, do your HPV test, and follow the conversation on BellaNaija using the hashtag StopHPV4Her.